change it up a little bit tonight. Ask the guys if I could ask them a specific nerdy question about what they're nerding out about, and we're going to get their standard nerding out. So the question for you, Bob, is why do you nerd out about cryptids? What about cryptids lights your fire, man?
I think something we talked about off air, or I think we talked.
I don't know. We randomly get
that
into
was
these monster
private,
talks.
Charles. That's a polite way to say this was a private conversation.
No, something we talked about off air earlier was the things that influence you when you're young that you don't realize really going to have a huge impact on your life. And the Scholastic book fairs always had like some book on like a Ripley's Believe It or Not, or like History's Mysteries or things like that, and those are always like my favorite books to buy. And I don't know, I don't believe in the supernatural, but I want to. Like I don't believe in ghosts, but I think life would be a lot cooler if they were real. So I just kind of go through my life acting as though they are, even though I don't believe that they are. And I kind of cryptids is the next step over. Like some cryptids could actually be real. So it lets me, I can justify believing in some of these, like Megalodon. Yeah, obviously it's extinct. But what if it wasn't?
Or is it?
Right? Like, how cool would life be unless you ran into one if they were real?
Aren't cryptids just animals that haven't been found yet? Like, because like the giant squid was once considered a cryptid,
right? A myth, yeah.
And now here we are. We have these giant, 20 to 25 foot squids that just hang out in the ocean.
Yeah, and those are the ones that I enjoy believing in the most. But then my favorites are all the just absolutely ridiculous ones, like Mothman.
Okay, first off, kind of who is? You have to pick one, right? All other cryptids are put down in front of the one that you're going to keep. Which cryptid is going to be the sole survivor? Who is your favorite, Bob? Not to put you on the
Mothman. Mothman.
He's not leaving. He's getting something.
You chose wisely, my guy.
Is that a knit? Mothman?
It's crocheted. Yes,
crochet?
This is a crocheted. Gifted to me by my hetero life mate, Denny Lee Robinson.
Oh, didn't get to that.
Yeah. My booth, when I set up, I bought a knit Mothman years ago, and he lives in my booth. Like whenever I set up, he's always like one of the first things I set up. He just sits there in this like fake dead tree that I bought and just sits there and stares at everyone passing by. So yeah, love me some Mothman.
I'm sorry you don't have ghosts and cryptids down where you live, but as somebody who lives in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, I'm going to have to strongly disagree with your point of view, because me, Bob, I've had the complete opposite lifestyle that you've had about the paranormal and all this. There's been things I can't explain that have happened inside our house.
Drugs.
There's been other things that I cannot explain inside our house. Inside the house we live in, I'll get phantom smells that have no reason to be there, right? There was one day that I walked out of the studio and it just smelled like roses in the middle of December. Or we'll have perfume smells down in the TV room, right? There'll be noises and things kind of just slightly ajar in this house. It's funny, the previous owners had inside of every door that is inside the house I live in now, there are latch locks on the insides, which has always been concerning and weird. But we do have some doors that will be, tightly closed, that when we wake up, they're open. So,
yeah. No, I used to give ghost tours when I was in college and stuff like that. Like I'm very open to it. I've just never had anything that I couldn't
Bob,
explain.
I can't wait for you to come up here, man. Because I'm not gonna talk about it here. We'll talk about it in the post show. I live right next to the state park because you wouldn't believe this, but Gettysburg is actually right next to the Appalachian Mountains.
I've been to Gettysburg.
And so we have this state park called Michon State Park. And I have some questions about things that I've personally seen well in that state park. So I'm on the exact opposite side, right? I'm not a skeptic, but I want to be, but I keep being thrown evidence that makes me believe otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah. We should do a digital media cryptid panel sometime.
Dude, I would love to. Dude, I would love to.
We'll work that out next year. But speaking of pale ghosts, you also like Derry Girls.
I do. That's what I'm currently nerding out about. Or
which caught me way off guard when
I just got done nerding out about because we just finished it. I mean, we binged it hard. That's probably the quickest me and my wife have finished a show in a long time. Now, granted, it's British, so there's only 18 episodes in a movie.
But they're really touchy if you call them British.
But it's on Channel 4. It's on Channel 4. So, but no, it was so good. It was so good, and to me, the best part about it was how it was so funny, but they kept it so grounded in the troubles. Like just. And I've just always really enjoyed shows that do that. That it's laugh, and then you have that moment that kind of grounds you. And honestly, it makes the funny bits funnier to me. And I don't know, I just like that dichotomy. So, and it nailed the tone, I feel. So,
but that has to be one of those that your wife was watching and she wanted you to sit down and then you got into it, yeah.
Facebook wants me to watch The Sopranos. And it wants me to watch Derry Girls. I don't know how the algorithm, and that's all it does. It just sends me clips. It just sends me clips of those two shows.
That's fair.
And it finally wore me down. And Derry Girls was shorter than The Sopranos, so that's why Derry Girls won. So yeah.
All right, Phil.
I'm Irish Catholic and Italian, so I was coming in on both angles on both of those shows, and I was born in Jersey, so like. Yeah, you got to right at birth. You come out, they put the screen in front of you. It's Sopranos, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Sure. Trash, baby.